This conference will now be recorded.
Oh, excuse me. Everyone hear me loud and clear? All right, so very interesting day. Definitely a bunch of stuff for us to talk about. Versus TLRY. Damn. So we talked about it had to pull back, and then it was going to come back up above the Prince at 237. Well, that was one hell of a pullback. Okay, we're talking about almost an $80 move towards that downside from the pre-market this morning. Not quite $80, about 65, right in that area. And then after it came back down, we started coming back up. We got a trigger. And then, it was a little bit all over the place, but as we were coming back up, we knew we had to come back above that 237. Now, if we look right here, you can see at 233, we just got great buying print. So basically what that's telling us is that this stock is not done yet. It's 240 level. We had hit 240, but we didn't really get anything there. So there's no actual prints there, but there's definitely buying above, and we're getting a push in what it looks like to be all the marijuana stocks right now. So just keep in mind, look at this prints at 235. I mean, these are just money prints. Watch the pullback and then get in. Once we come in that pullback and we get a trigger, because based off what we just saw coming in there at that 235 level, a $5 move on this many prints is not what we're going to see in a stock like TLRY. We're going to see more than that. So after this kind of just fades out a little bit, we're going to be expecting a lot more towards that upside. Next one looking at is Cron for the afternoon. Now, Cron is very interesting because first of all, there's way too many prints that it has not pulled back from, but there's also absolutely phenomenal buying at that 15 level. So what I'm expecting is the stock to fall at least to 12. I don't think it's going to hold 12, to be completely honest with you. I think it's going to break below that 12 level before we really get this move over 15. But as we talked about in class today, Cron is not a rule stock right now. It's an exception. So can it push towards 15? Yeah, sure it could, but that is not where the high probability trade's coming. First, it has to fall all the way back below those prints before we can really get that move at 15. So essentially what it's telling us is that the next bar that we're going to see on this chart is going to be towards that downside, because if that's only if it doesn't happen this afternoon, because it's very likely we could just see a sell-off coming into the afternoon and come all the way back down there before we start to see it go back up. But overall, Cron just showed at 15 that this thing wants even higher, and we knew that from the prints that we had anyway. So overall, certainly another one that we're going to be watching very closely this afternoon. NBEV. So NBEV, based off the pre-market we had today, it was not a sideless stock. It was a regular stock that we were going to focus on because it had all the potential and the prints to tell us that the stock was going to go up at that 350 level. We pulled back from 350, volume up, and we get a beautiful move. Now, there's great buying above that 4 level. We didn't get anything at 4, but if you look at these prints at 415, you look at these prints at 420, all buying. There's no reason in the world that this stock does not break past the highs right here where we have at 425. Okay, now I'm not saying right this second, because we are going to be waiting to see this thing kind of pull back a little bit, but overall we're going to be expecting this stock to break above that 425 without a doubt. And then the only other thing I have for this afternoon, and it is a sideless stock, is SFIX. And the reason that I like this is just because it's a smooth trading stock. I don't like the volume right now. Volume is going to have, it's on the side list for this reason. Volume is going to have to pick up for us to even think about trading it. And we're going to need to see a show of hand, which I don't see. But a stock like this that trades so much of the in between the bid and ask, the show of hand is going to be very clear. Remember, these inside the bid and ask, just don't worry about them. Worry about the prints that we see coming in. Same type of deal in a stock like TLRY. So it's on my side list. I'm just going to watch it, but I mean, there's nothing there yet unless we start to see volume pick up consistently, which we have not really seen all day long. But just something else to look at, because I don't see anything else, really out there. If we look at this, our everyday stocks, look at Apple. Apple is trading. Oh, it's a Jewish holiday today, right? Nitesh just told me that. It is Yom Kippur. So for anyone that celebrates, happy Yom Kippur. And other than that, that shows us why. I mean, that basically is telling us why the volume's so low. I mean, Apple trading 20,000 shares a minute. Facebook is trading 17,000 shares a minute. AMD is only trading 168,000 shares a minute. So it just goes to show you the volume out there is very low. All right, guys, anything else out there that I missed? Fortunately, I don't think the answer is going to be yes, even though I always hope it is, but the volume, it's just very low. So I'm just looking at CGC, and the reason that I didn't put CGC on our list is because look how it's trading. If we're going to trade one, it's just so consolidated. Okay, with the way that it's moving, the volume gets very sporadic at times. We'll put it on our list, but it's just not something that I really care too much about. So I'm going to be focusing more on like a Cron or a TLRY than I would the CGC, just because it's been all day. There really hasn't been one smooth move coming in it that wasn't consolidated. And just remember, if you're going to look to take an entry, the more consolidated the stock is, the more likely you're going to end up getting shaken out. So I always look for, I say this, it's the same term every time, but I'm a sucker for a smooth stock, because smooth stocks mean when you get, that trigger that comes back in, the chances of getting shaken out are a lot lower, compared to a stock like this that's just up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. All right, guys, so remember, class, 3 p.m. The link is already sent out, I believe. Yes, I think I already sent the link out for everyone. So I'll see everyone in the chat, and I will talk to everyone in class at 3. Happy trading.